ATs and receiving students. Thank you very much. Sit down. Class, in our previous lesson, we were looking at angles. What are some of the angles that we have looked at in our previous lesson? Who can name some of the angles that we have looked at? Eddie.
Reflex angle.
Very good. Reflex angle. Any more? Philippa?
Acute angle.
Acute angle. Good. Any more? Martha?
Right angle.
Right angle. Good. Melissa?
Straight angle.
Straight angle. Good. Aaron?
One revolution.
One revolution. Good. What's the last one? Yes?
Obtuse angle.
Obtuse angle. Very good. So you all knew all those angles that we have learned in our previous lesson. Class, for today's lesson, we are again going to look at the clock face again. Now, on the screen, I have the clock face. Class, what time is it? 3 o'clock. We have already known the angles that we've learned in our previous lesson. And when you look at the clock face now, we have the long end pointing to 12 and the short end pointing to 3. What angle do you think this clock face is showing? Right angle. Very good. Now, why it's showing a right angle is because the long end is straight up to 12 and the short end is straight across to 3, and we have a angle sign here, which simply means it is a right angle. How many degrees does a right angle have? 90 degrees. Very good. Now, class, I have another clock face, and on this clock face, you're going to see a small thin hand here. Can somebody tell us what is the name of this small thin hand of the clock? Hands up. Celia.
Second hand.
Very good. It's a second hand. When we include the second hand on this clock, it forms two angles, 1 and 2. Now, when it forms two angles, we can label one angle A and one angle B. Okay? Angle A is complementary to angle B, and angle B is complementary to angle A. These two angles, they add up to 90 degrees. And this angle is known as a complementary angles. Okay? Again, we have two angles now when we include the second end. It divides this angle here into two parts, two angles. One angle is A and the other angle is B. So angle A is complementary to angle B and angle B is complementary to angle A, meaning that when you add these two angles together, it gives you 90 degrees. So they are known as complementary angles. So complementary angles, they add up to 90 degrees. Is that clear? Okay. Next, look at the clock again. Class, what time is it? 6 o'clock. The long end is pointing to 12 and the short end is pointing to 6. Now, what angle does the clock Show us. Mark, what angle?
Straight angle.
Very good, straight angle. Now, the angle that is showing is a straight angle. How many degrees does a straight angle have? 180 degrees. Very good. So, again, when we include the second hand, it forms two angles again. One angle there, the other angle here. So, when we name each angle, the other angle A, the other angle B, angle A is supplementary to angle B, and angle B is supplementary to angle A, meaning that when you add these two angles together, it comes up to 180 degrees. Okay? So these angles are known as supplementary angles. Okay? We have seen the two types of angles, complementary angles and supplementary angles. Class, complementary angles add up to how many degrees? 90 degrees. And supplementary angles add up to how many degrees? 180 degrees. In some cases, you will have more than two angles. When you have more than two angles, still, you have to add up all those angles equivalent to a supplementary angle or a complementary angle. Good. Now, I've got an example activity for you to do. There are two examples. You're going to use the complementary or the supplementary angles to find the unknown angle. Is that clear? Okay, here is the first one. Can you work out the unknown angle, B? If this angle is 25 degrees, what about this angle here? What will be the degree there? Work it out. As soon as you are finished, you put your hands up. Okay, the next activity. Class, let's correct the two exercises. The first one, who would like to work out the first one on the whiteboard? Samuel, you compare your working out with Samuel's working out. How you got this answer? You're going to explain the angle. What sort of angle is it? Is it complementary or supplementary? Okay. Begitu, explaining angle. Mana angle supplementary or complementary? Where's the degree sign? You draw the angle too. Yeah, you're right. What angle is this? You took the angle and then show you're working out. Explain. I think you can stand there and explain. Yeah. Use this. Okay, class, Let's hear from Samuel how he got his answer.
Okay. The unknown angle is right angle. So how we got our answer? We subtract 25 from 90 and our answer we got 65 degrees.
Class, do you think his unknown angle is correct? The degree? Is it 65 degrees? Yes. Okay, very good. Now, class, what angle is this? What does these two angles form? These two angles here. This angle, this angle. What did we say? These two angles, what does these two angles form? Huh? Again? Okay, very good. These two angles are known as complementary angles, okay? Because one angle is complementary to the other. So they add up to 90 degrees. Is that clear? So the unknown angle is 65 degrees. Okay, the next one. Who would like to work out the next one? Christina? Quickly, come in front. Work it out. Dearest, you compare your working out with Christina's. Can you explain to the class?
How I got my answer for the supplementary angle was 125 degrees plus 55 degrees, which is the unknown supplementary angle, gives me the answer of 180 degrees.
Very good. Class, let's give a clap. Okay, thank you. So, by now you should know how to work out complementary angles, unknown complementary angles, and unknown supplementary angles. Okay. In most cases, there would be more than two angles. So, in our main activity, we are going to find the value of pronumerals in each of the following, meaning that we are going to find some of the unknown angles in the activity. Activity A, activity B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, J, and that's all. So we have 10 activities, A to J. Okay, we are going to work in our groups. Each group is going to have a worksheet to work on. All the group members should be contributing their ideas of how they can find the unknown angles. Okay? Now, all the runners come up here. get a A3, and then a marker. Get a A3. Hey, do you have a worksheet? As soon as you got your worksheets, you sit down and start. You show you're working out on the A3 paper. So you should be working on each activity. Same one from the activity. Very good. Very good. Quickly, work out the answer. We already found the answer. What is the answer? Wait, how did you get there? Samuel. What happened? What happened? What? It should be on here. Your friends are finished. What about you? What happened? Did you find the answer? Okay, hurry up. Write it here. Is this too light? Finished. Good. Again? Well, it's an activity, so you work it out now. Well, what do you think? It's an activity. You discover for yourself. I think you are in the right track. I think you are in the right track. You're okay. What you said is okay. But you try and ask your friends, what do they think? If they all agree, then come up with the final answer. No, 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 it's okay. Again? Well, it's an activity, so you work it out now. Well, what do you think? It's an activity. You discover for yourself. I think you are in the right track. I think you are in the right track. You're okay. What you said is okay. But you try and ask your friends, what do they think? If they all agree, then come up with the final answer. No, 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 it's okay. Okay. It's not enough of data. The students can all live. Right. Leave it. Okay, for those groups who are finished, you bring your papers up, paste them on the whiteboard. Here you are. Process the paper. Paste them. Class, all sit up straight. Let's go through the activity. Group number 5. Group number 5. Could we have your presenter here? Group number 5. Yes, you're group number 5. Ruben's group.
This is how we got the answer.
DRS, listen. Louder, please.
This is how we got the answer. We add up all the supplementary angles, which are 25 degrees plus 20 degrees plus 18 degrees, and we got 63 degrees. So we subtract 63 degrees minus 180 degrees, which we got the answer 170 degrees. So the unknown angle is 117 degrees.
Class, is it correct? Is it correct? Yes. Okay, very good. Class, what do we call all these angles here? What do they form? They form a supplementary angle. So when you add all these angles up, it goes up to 190 degrees. 180 degrees. Very good. Let us see group number 3.
This is how we got our answer. First, we looked at the angle, which is a right angle. So angle is equal to 90 degrees. Then we had 25 degrees and 15 degrees, which gave us 40 degrees. So to find the unknown angle, we subtracted 90 degrees by 40 degrees, which gave us 50 degrees. So our unknown angle is 50 degrees. So 25 plus 50 plus 15 gives us 90 degrees.
Very good. Okay. The next one, letter J, group number 10. Eddie's group. Can you explain your activity? I think your paper is on the other side. Stand on this side. Yeah.
How we got our answer is the angle is acute angle. So there is no any number given to our angle the angle. So we acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So all the three angles are acute angles. So 3J, which is equals to 30 degrees, the unknown degree. 30 degrees is the unknown degree for the three angles. So, which is 90 divided by 3 equals to 30 degrees. And 30 degrees, the three angles are 30 degrees each, so we had them and we got the answer is 90 degrees.
Thank you, Eddie. Okay, Eddie's group have identified the 3 unknown angles here, the J angles, and they said these 3 unknown angles add up to 90 degrees, which they divided these 3 angles. They thought that these 3 angles are equal angles to each other, so 3 into 90, 3 divided into 90 gave them 30 degrees for each angle, which is correct. So when they added up all these 3 angles, 30 degrees plus 30 plus 30, it gave them 90 degrees. So Eddie's group, very good. Now, class, what did we learn in today's lesson? Samuel.
We learn how to find complementary angles and supplementary angles.
Very good. In today's lesson, we have found out about complementary angles and supplementary angles. Complementary angles, they add up to how many degrees? 90 degrees. And supplementary angles, they add up to 180 degrees. So, our key phrase for today is complementary angles and supplementary angles. Class, this is the end of our lesson. In our next lesson, topic will be on parallel lines. And to the receiving teacher, you can prepare the following materials on the screen now. With that, thank you all for participating in today's lesson.